Welcome to Global Exploration, where we bring the traveling to you. Sit back and relax as we dive into 10 of Iceland's best kept travel spots. The world that we live in is filled with secluded places that many are unaware of, from broken iceberg pieces that formed on a beach and shine like diamonds to Iceland's most active spring geyser that spouts every few minutes. Now let's get exploring, starting with number 1. The Blue Lagoon, Grindavik. The Blue Lagoon was an accident. The Svartsengi geothermal plant's lava fields were mistakenly transformed into a spa in the 1970s. Local who ventured into the plant's discharged water, which is rich in salt, blue-green algae, sulfur, and white silica, had discovered it benefited those who suffered from skin problems. All of Iceland's electricity is generated by hydroelectric or geothermal sources such as those found in the Blue Lagoon. The country relies solely on fossil fuels for transportation by using the water left from many glaciers and the heat coming from beneath the volcanic island. The Icelandic power plants are not producing energy as they are collecting renewable sources that are continuously rising from the ground. Number 2. Breiðamerkursandur. Weave your way amongst the blue, black, transparent, and white icebergs that sparkle just like diamonds, earning it the name Diamond Beach. One of the most unique features of this beach is that it never looks the same. Even if you came the day before, it would have changed drastically the following day. New iceberg sculptures would have reformed, melted away, and appeared completely different. Many of the icebergs are over 1,000 years old and began their journey across the Great Lagoon as massive ice blocks. Smaller icebergs are enjoying their final moments on this beach before melting away into the Atlantic Ocean. This area is an important nesting ground for several of Iceland's most well-known species, including the Arctic tern and the great skua. In addition, it is a national conservation area as well. Number 3. Rauðsandur Beach, Vestfirðir. Rauðsandur Beach is referred to as the Red Sand Beach of Iceland. The sand gets its color from pulverized scallop shells. The scallop shells are very shiny, reflecting the sun's light, giving the beach its glowy appearance. Just like the color of the sand itself also varies in grittiness from very fine to feet-hurting chunks and seashells. Not only is the sand beautiful to look at, it is Europe's highest bird-watching cliff, so you will be able to get a better view from higher ground. Millions of marine birds, including razorbills, gulls, fulmars, and puffins, nest on these cliffs. Not only is it for bird watching, but it is an excellent spot to go seal watching. Gray and harbor seals can be seen coming ashore on the beach or bobbing in the ocean. You may also spot whales coming out of the water. It is not a guarantee that you will see a whale, but you never know when it might be your lucky day. Number 4. Strákur Geyser, Hakadalur Valley. Strákur is currently Iceland's most active spring. It spews water every few minutes, usually from 33 to 66 feet high, but can reach up to a height of 131 feet. We know very little about the age of Strákur and its background. What we do know is that this all started following an earthquake after lying dormant for quite a while. The year after Strákur began to spout, it was extremely powerful and ejected water, gas, and steam with incredible force. At the beginning of the following century, it erupted less often. However, it had calmed down significantly and rarely spouted on its own, so people encouraged it by throwing stones into the geyser, which it would then spew up. This led the geyser committee to drill a hole to the bottom of the basin, and it has been spewing freely ever since. Number 5. Skogafoss Waterfall, Skogar. Skogafoss is one of Iceland's largest waterfalls, located on the Skogafoss River near the small village of Skogar. This spectacular torrent drops 197 feet. The river flows down from the Eyjafjallajökull glacier, which is covered by a volcano. Many people recall the volcanic eruption that disrupted air travel throughout Europe for several weeks. The area below the waterfall allows for easy access to get closer to the water. The river caused by the falls is a popular char and salmon fishing area for those who like to fish. Although the amount of fish decreased due to the volcano eruption, the population is now recovering. If you look in the sky, you will see northern fulmars. These seabirds are often spotted flying around, so binoculars will definitely come in handy. You can even walk out onto the lookout platform for a closer look of the seabirds. Number 6. Jokulsa Low and Glacier Lagoon. The Jokulsa Low and Glacier Lagoon is a 932 feet deep lake, making it Iceland's deepest lake and has become one of the country's most popular tourist attractions. The lagoon was created on its own from the melting glacial water and continued to grow as ice blocks crumbled from the glaciers, leaving behind a slew of blue ice chunks of various shapes and sizes that drift out to sea. As Jokulsa Low grows in size, the retreating glacier shows the effects of global warming, with noticeable receding year after year. It is connected to the Atlantic Ocean by a short canal, causing its waters to be clearer and bluer than other glacier lagoons. Every trip you experience is different. As newly formed icebergs glide along the shore, the frozen landscape changes every day. Some ice chunks are bright blue, while others have smoky black and gray spots to them. It is possible to see icebergs measuring up to 65 to 98 feet in length. Unless you have medical staff on site, it is not recommended you go swimming or climb the icebergs. Number 7. Kirkjufell, Snæfellsnes Peninsula. Kirkjufell is a mountain that rises 1,515 feet above sea level. On land, you can only enjoy the mountain from 3 directions, but there is one route where you can observe the north side view. This involves kayaking under the mountain, a 2-hour fascinating experience. Kirkjufell was formed millions of years ago as a result of glacial erosion. The mountain is extremely steep in all directions, with visible layers of rock from top to bottom. Kirkjufell's appeal extends beyond the mountain itself. There is Kirkjufellsfoss waterfall adding to the popularity. You can also go trekking if you booked a guided tour where you can find bird and fish fossils. If you preferred a more relaxed stroll, you sure can at the bottom of the mountain. You'll also find a lake that, on calm and clear days, reflects the mirror image of the mountain, adding to the beauty. Number 8. Húsavík, Skjálfandi Bay. This is a whale-watching tour for the nature lovers visiting North Iceland. Due to the variety of whale species that commonly visit the bay, Húsavík has the reputation of Iceland's whale-watching capital. Your experience will begin at the harbor, where you will board an Icelandic oak boat. This boat was originally built as a fishing vessel before it was rebuilt as a whale-watching boat. It now sails the ocean, causing as little disturbance to nature as possible. It's a 3-hour cruise on water, searching and observing marine life in the area. Skjálfandi Bay is home to around 24 different whale species. The minke whale, harbor porpoise, white-beaked dolphin, and humpback whale are the most common. Blue whales have also been spotted quite often. If you're lucky, you might see this glorious species, as well as killer whales, fin whales, and pilot whales. From April to August, you might even see some puffins. Number 9. Sólheimajökull Glacier. Sólheimajökull Glacier is an outlet from the Mýrdalsjökull Glacier and is surrounded by some of Iceland's most grand volcanoes. It's estimated to be about 8 kilometers long and 1 to 2 kilometers wide. The weather is unpredictable on this glacier. It is possible to start your journey in the warm sun, only to be met with strong winds and rain moments later. A hike along this popular outlet is highly advised as part of the glacier walking tour. There are numerous hikes to choose from, ranging from short and simple to long and challenging. Ice climbing is another great way to soak in the majestic landscape. Knowledgeable guides will lead you around the ice walls, allowing adventurers to witness the unforgettable glacier viewpoints. Number 10. Hengifoss, Fljótsdalshrepur. Hengifoss is a waterfall in East Iceland that flows from the Hengifossa River. It is the 3rd tallest waterfall in the country, measuring at 420 feet. The trail going up to the waterfall is one of Iceland's most popular hiking routes. This hike ranges from easy to medium and takes about 40 to 60 minutes from start to finish. There's a smaller waterfall just below the canyon, further down the river where hikers would pass on their way up from the parking lot to the waterfall. Layers of basaltic rocks surround the waterfall and thin layers of red clay lie between the layers. Geologists have discovered fossilized trees inside the rock layers from volcanic eruptions that occurred during the Tertiary period when Iceland was being formed. These individual layers are about 5 to 6 million years old. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Iceland's best kept travel spots. Remember, the adventure doesn't end here. Let me know in the comments below which travel spot was your favorite. Don't forget to like and subscribe.